Alright, welcome to my day 76 progression guide. So we did not get a level increase, but if the rumors are true, we should be getting one Saturday. But starting out, you want to go to your artificial island, then you want to go back to build, and then you want to hit claim, because remember, you can only hold your resources for 24 hours. But I also wanted to point out to you that the new enemy response have been activated, meaning that we can kill our bosses and our common enemies, and we have all week to do this. On top of that, the common enemies have increased resources. But if you enjoy these daily guys, I would greatly appreciate a like, so that way they can spread more on YouTube. But other than that, you want to do Mia's Kitchen, and you want to do your bounties. And I think I'm going to go with the Sparrow again. Now let's take a look at Vitality, starting with joint operations. So for today, we got access to bracers, chest, and a Shiro matrix. But again, as I said, I'm mainly focusing on getting weapon materials, because in 75, we should get increased drop rates, which brings us to interstellar exploration. Now remember, you want to do this for both areas, so that way you can check your stargates in a Sparrow, and you can also check them in Vera. And how you can tell if you have a level 3 stargate is if you have 3 in this category, and it's going to be 2 if it's a level 2 stargate. And I recommend that you try to do all your level 3s and level 2s if you're going for weapon materials. But if you don't have any good stargates, you can do dimensional trials, and if you need money, you could always do space-time domains. But if you feel like gambling, you can always go for omnium beacons, because if you can get a gold one, it is better than a level 3 stargate. Then we have our optionals, to where you can get gifts for 1.0 characters, and how to do that is to go to the black market, see this island for the claw machine, and to do your 2 trainings for the day. But the one thing that you want to make sure you do every day is do your Mirroria fun zones. Remember, there's 6 of them, and you want to try to get those coins so that way you can max out those gacha bots. And if you need help on how to best play these games, check out my fun zone guide. Since we have a new week, that means more Clare dream machines, so you want to make sure you get your 7 Clares. And the best way to do that is to either fight enemies, open up rust and iron chests, password chests, or supply pods, or you can even look for machine parts. And we got another code that we can use in Tower of Fantasy. These codes should be displayed on the screen now. Also, if you enjoy these daily guys, I would greatly appreciate a like, so that we can spread more on YouTube. Then we got our weekly tab. You want to make sure you do enough things down here so you can get everything up top, which brings us to our challenges. Now, if you're trying to do something like the Bygone Phantasm or Frontier Clash, you might want to save your Mia's Kitchen so that way you can power yourself up. So, as you see, I was able to secure rank 2 last week, but this week we have another strong contender. He's already on floor 370, so I might be going for second place again. But again, I recommend that you do the sequential first, and once you get a good score in the sequential, then you try to climb the Bygone if needed. Void Rifts, we got another attempt today, so you can either save these and do them all at once, maybe once we get a level increase, or you can just try to knock it out. But if this is a first time boss for you, you might want to go ahead and do it. Wormhole. We got another 5 days to complete this, and you want to make sure you do that so that we can get that energy crystal dust. But can you believe it? The Wormhole actually changed its vulnerabilities. So for this week, we have Frost vulnerability, so your Ice team is going to be doing really well. On top of that, we got Volt vulnerability, so my Volt team is going to be doing really well. I actually don't have to use Fire for once. It's amazing. And for this week, we don't have the greatest runes, so I would probably recommend trying to get your crits, then maybe go for your element, and then after that, you can look for the attack buffs. Then we have the raid, and we're right back to where we were last week. You want to save at least 2 attempts, because we most likely will get a level increase, and the rumor right now is it's going to be Saturday. We want to make sure that we have 2, so that way we can do the heroic mode for this one, and we can do the battle test arena. So if you're going to do raid, don't do more than 1. Then we got our daily buys, so you want to go to shop, hot, then buy your 2 vitality solutions. Now remember, this is only if you can afford it. And we have the proof of purchase again, since it's a new week. Again, the only people that I recommend buy these are whales and maybe possibly dolphins. And I did also want to give a reminder, it looks like for these limited gift packs, there's always a random one that just goes away earlier than the rest. So you might want to go ahead and buy that if you're trying to get some future characters later on in the future. Which brings us to the Commissary, starting with the Crystal Dust Door. So you want to make sure you buy your advancement modules and your booster modules for the week. Then I recommend that you buy your Vera special gift and Potent Omnium Crystal. I have been back and forth with this thing, but now I'm thinking it's probably best to just go ahead and buy it. The reason being is it looks like it's going to probably be pretty hard to get this. The only place is just by exploring Vera, which you don't get that much, and you might have a chance to get it in gray space. So here's my recommendation. Try to explore Vera as much as you can, so that way you can get as many many potent omnium crystals as you can. Maybe try to get enough to where you can at the very least unlock 8.3, and then you can kind of judge it from there. But I mean, if you're a brand new player, free to play, you could possibly wait more. But I'm thinking if you're a whale or a dolphin, once we reach level 75 and 80, that's going to greatly increase our weapons, our matrices. And then as the game goes on, eventually almost everybody's going to have 3-star matrices. So we might actually start getting some major jumps in CS. So it's probably worth to at least buy a couple of these right now and then kind of judge it once we get some of these level increases. But besides that, I recommend that you spend your gold dust on boots. And if you have a good pair of boots, then you want to probably go for handguards. If you have a good pair of handguards, then you can buy whatever else you want. Spacetime store, I just recommend you just buy whatever you can, so that way you can get an engine for each of your elemental teams. Cruise store. Now the only thing I recommend that you buy are relic shards, and the relics that I recommend are either Space-Time Rift, unless you have a level 3, or Omnium Shield. So I'm about to buy all of this. And how you get crew points is by doing your daily donations and knocking out your 4 missions for the week. On top of that, we should have got our crew rewards. Let's see what I get. Nice, dark crystals. Then we have the support store. You want to make sure you buy your 3 joint supply chips for the week. And these returning support points. I actually found out a little bit more about how you can get these. And I'm going to be coming out with a video later today discussing my findings. So look forward to that. And then we have the point store. Now I recommend that you just spend all your points on buying the Spare Special gift, max out all of your 1.0 characters, and then never do trainings, Black Market, or Cetus Island again. But besides that, I just recommend that you try to knock out your Vera exploration. Because if we do get to 74, we're going to be able to enter the gray space. From what I hear, it's basically like a whole nother Vera, but like the Shadow Realm, so there's going to be just even more to explore. So you might want to go ahead and just knock out your exploration while you can. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If so, feel free to join the Discord, but other than that, talk to you guys later.